Hey there, Calvary fam. My name's Dave Payne. I am one of the elders. I'm also the director of digital ministries here at Calvary. And one of the things that I wanted to do with you guys leading up to Thanksgiving is to do a series of videos on our YouTube channel that would help set our mind for Thanksgiving. I know sometimes for me, as we get closer to the Thanksgiving season, just work, life, wondering where we're going or who is coming, all kind of crowds the mind. Sometimes for other people, it's what are we making? And all these thoughts crowd our mind where I think sometimes we forget leading up to it, just to take a moment and give thanks. And so while I was thinking and praying of what we could do, there was one book of the Bible that really started sticking out to me that I really didn't think about too much of, like, giving thanks of, but the more and more I dug into it, the more it felt like the Lord was telling me, hey, let's talk about this. So for the month, like the 4 weeks, every Thursday leading up, we're going to do a different chapter of the book of Ruth. Now, some of you guys and gals who have read this book or are Bible scholars are like, wait, the love story? And yes, it is a very romantic story and all that. However, each chapter as we go through, besides the fact it could probably rival some of these Christmas Lifetime movies, it does have a way of showing and helping us, at least myself while reading it, to frame a way to give thanks. So just to let you guys know how this is going to work, I'm not going to read through the chapter. That's your guys' work, okay? I will give a few highlights and go through there, but I do encourage you guys to either read the chapter, like pause now, read chapter 1, or read the whole book every week as like devos or something like that, whatever you feel right. But these are just supposed to be very short, quick reminders, and not like a whole sermon series or anything of the lines of that. So if you need to pause to read chapter 1, go ahead. In a second, I'm going to just give a quick overview, but I do encourage to join myself and whoever else in reading the book of Ruth while we do this. So, just to give a quick few highlights of chapter 1. We start off with meeting a woman named Naomi. She is from Israel, married, 2 sons, and in this point of the story, there is a huge famine in Israel. We're to the point that Naomi's family is just, it's like we can't survive here. So they go pack up their bags and move to Moab. And pretty much we have like a time jump here. It's like only a couple verses, but we go 10 years. And in the course of those 10 years, her husband dies, but there's a little bit of a bright side where her 2 sons go and marry. However, it doesn't say how long or short it was, but they unfortunately die as well. And at the end of that, pretty much Naomi is like, I need to go back to Israel. Right. I heard the famine's done. I'm so thankful for everything we did here, but I have to go home. I need to be with my people. So she pretty much packs up and leaves, and her 2 daughter-in-laws go with her. And as they are on their way, pretty much Ruth is just saying, hey, you guys go back home, find new husbands, live your life. I can't give you new sons. I can't like provide for anything, even if I was able to have kids now. Like, what are you gonna do? Wait for them? Which is like, in our modern concept, like a crazy thing just to even think about. However, one leaves and one stays, Ruth. And I just wanted to share Ruth's reply, because the one thing that I think we need to just start off with this whole series is to be thankful for community. And Naomi, she lost everything. She lost family. She lost friends in these, like the friends she left going to Moab and the friends she left coming back to Israel. She doesn't really have property, have a ton of money, as we're going to find out in chapter 2. All she has and all she is herself. However, Ruth comes alongside, and it is, I think, just these couple verses is just amazing. Of Ruth's reply after Naomi is like urging for Ruth to go home, she says, "Don't urge me to leave you or to turn back from you. Where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. May the Lord deal with me, but be it so severely, even if death separates you and me." And after that, like, Naomi realized that Ruth was determined to go with her, so she stopped urging her. And it's interesting, like, just hearing that commitment. Yes, it's like the community and and stuff like that could also be looked at like from a mother-daughter perspective. And I know some people probably like joking around is like, oh, are we supposed to be thankful like for a good mother-in-law or a good daughter-in-law? I heard the jokes. I don't get it. But anyway, but that is not the takeaway from this. Ruth shows a love and care for Naomi that we as a church should strive to do with each other. And I think Calvary, we have plenty of opportunities and even places actively now that are showing that love and care. For example, like Ruth is not leaving and is there to encourage, to take care, and even live life with Naomi. And you know what? In Calvary, we have tons of people, tons of different things. Like in our Sunday services, we are able to encourage each other and give and be with each other in small groups. We are able to just pretty much, in a shorter sense, but live together in another sense of encouraging and hearing what is going on. And then with serving with a whole bunch of the multifaceted ways, whether it's taking care of grounds to other people. And you know what a really good example of Calvary coming together is the trunk or treat event. Like, we just had it, and it's always a blessing to see all the people that God brings together. However, like, we would not be able to do that event or many other ones that we don't have the time to go into unless we had the community that God has gave us and that we're taking part in, and that we're growing together and encouraging and loving with each other. So maybe as you're sitting here reading this, maybe this is challenging you to be like, hey, I need to go call or text someone to check in with them. Or maybe it's saying a word of thanks, or maybe it's something on the lines of, I want that, or I had that, or any of these things. And it's just, sometimes I think it's good to sit down and just remember and just recount those people or groups that are your community. So that is it. You all have a good week. I will see you next time where we do week 2. Peace.